Okay, everyone, welcome back. Module 2, Lead Generation. What I'm going to be talking to you about today is dig leads. Now, a dig lead is where you go out and you find the lead yourself. This is not an advertising source or a referral. A dig lead is when you're driving through vacant and abandoned houses and you end up or you're going to look at foreclosures, REOs, or just going to your normal appointment and you notice a house that's out of character. So some ways we can tell these houses are vacant and or abandoned. Grass, piled up, long uncut grass, boarded up windows, broken windows, code violations in the front yard. General neglect is one of those things. Newspapers stacking up in the driveway, mail overflowing the mailbox. It's really about being observant. And so I'll show you an example of a house that I saw today, or not today, Saturday, while I was driving to an appointment. So this is an example of a house that I saw in Richardson on Saturday. It was across the street from the house I was evaluating, and there's some things you can note in this picture. So we'll talk about this picture with regards to a dig lead. On this this bench, you can see a cup. We'll blow this image up, make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. Okay, so a couple things to note. Look at the difference in the grass between the neighbor's yard. The mailbox, no door on the front of it, no mail inside it. It's a key factor there. There is a window unit hanging out of this window, which tells me most likely the air conditioner either doesn't work or doesn't work well enough, but someone's still worried about keeping that area cool, which would indicate inhabitants. And then, I'm not sure if you can see it on your screen, but on this little bench sat out front, there's a nice fresh cup just sitting there on the bench, which indicates occupancy. So those are just the little clues that I found as I drove past the house, and I wrote down the address, took a picture, and now this is a dig lead. So I'm going to do a couple things. Wanted to walk you through the process and show you how this works. Alright, now the address is 6 Mary Circle in Richardson. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop over to our internet program, whatever internet program you use, and we're going to search the tax rolls. We're going to search by address and look for 6 Mary Circle. So here you have 6 Mary Circle, and note that the owner's address is actually the property address. So this would indicate that this is actually an owner-occupied property that is in need of definite repair. That's a great thing for our business. So now what we do is we open up. You need to have an Excel spreadsheet, and I'll give you an example of one. And this Excel spreadsheet is my master list of the zip codes that I mail. So the reason I want to open this master list is I want to see if this house is already being targeted. I want to know if I'm already advertising to these people. You see, I ended up looking at the house across the street off of a postcard. So I know I'm hitting this zip code. But what I want to check now is I want to check and see if I'm indeed hitting this specific house. So now I'm into my master list, and you just need a couple columns here: the owner's name, the tax billing address, the billing zip and the billing state, and then the house information, the street direction, street name, city and state. So we're going to search for. You just hit Control F in your Excel software, and we're going to search for Mary. See if, there you go, 6 Mary Circle. So you've got that one, and I looked at another house on Mary Circle, and looks like there's 2 others that are on my my list. So that's Mary Circle. So I know it's on my zip code mailers now, so I don't have to worry about that. They're already getting postcards from me, so I'm going to close this. But what I want to do now is I want to send them a letter. I want to, because sometimes letters just feel a little bit better to people and they want to look at them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the 6 dig lead letter template that is that you guys are going to have access to, and we'll talk about this. So here you have the 6 dig lead letters, and I've already put the formatting into these 6 dig lead letters, but we'll talk about timelines here. The actual timelines behind the 6 dig lead letters is the first letter goes out immediately. 21 days later, you send the second letter. 45 days after that, you send the third. 90 days. And when I say the dates, it's after the day 1. So D-Day is today. For instance, on this house, July 18th. So 21 days. I send a letter today. I send a letter 21 days from today. Then I send a letter 45 days from today. Then 90 days from today. Then 180 days from today. And then after 270 days, I leave them alone. They leave me alone. Bada bing, bada boom. And then we're good. So, that's the sequence. And so what I did here, and I'm going to upload this for you guys, but what I did here is I imported the dig lead letter and got it ready to print. So here are the 6 letters, and I want to just talk to you about logistical management. If you have Real Prospect, which is a program that I use, you can schedule all of this to print whenever it's time. But what I like to do is, before I had Real Prospect, and for those of you that are on a budget, what you do is you just print all 6 of these letters and you create 12 folders, and 12 folders, May, June, July, etc., all by the months, and you drop these letters into the month that they should be mailed. So you go ahead and print them. You just put them in a folder, put them in a file cabinet somewhere, and you do that with every dig lead you find. So what will happen is, they don't have to be exact. You can just, on the 15th of every month, you can go to your dig lead file, get the letters, put them in envelopes, mail them out. So that's what I do. It makes it a lot easier to manage. Just make sure you don't mail the August 8th letter on August 5th, because you don't want to date something on it for a date that they hasn't reached or passed yet. So that's how it works. I simply print these out, sort them out, and schedule them to get mailed. And that's a dig lead. They don't. You stick it in your postcard database or your monthly mailer database for whatever. If it's a zip code that is part of your targeting, which we'll go over in another module. But this is for properties that you drove by and you identified to be, from the exterior, they appear to be prime candidates for what we do. Alright, that's Dig Lead Mailing and the 6-letter series, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.